Yeah, and of course you do the great coverage of Impact for Fightful, and they've got Slammiversary coming up, and this is a huge card. If people have not been paying attention and seeing what's going to be happening this upcoming week, man, loaded to the gills. This is going to be a great event.
I am very much looking forward to Slammiversary. It's happening in Windsor, which is about 4-hour drive from me. I'm not going, but I will be covering it over on Fightful.com. Yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff. I'm actually interested to see who's going to be replacing Steve Macklin because unfortunately he was injured during the Australia tour in Wagga Wagga. So they're going to be announcing a replacement, I believe, on Busted Open on Monday morning as to who's going to team with Bully Ray to take on PCO and Scott D'Amore. Rest of the card, though, shaping up real nice.
Well, what are you most excited about on the card?
Aldis and Shelley have suddenly become this big match. And I think when Nick Aldis won that number one contendership match at the last show, people were kind of like, oh God, we're gonna do Macklin and Aldis, and it's gonna be Aldis wins, and nobody wants to see this. And then they turned Nick Aldis into a real dick, and it was perfect. And then Alex Shelley having that history of being, an Impact legend and finally winning the big one shocked a lot of people. And now they're telling a really good story. Macklin, his time will come back around, especially when Josh Alexander comes back. But that main event is something I'm very much looking forward to. And of course, Lio Rush stepping in up against Chris Sabin for the X Division title is something that people need to get their eyes on.
Yeah, this is going to be a blast. So I recommend everybody check that out. Now, tell everybody a little bit about what you're doing on Fightful, because for people that may not be familiar with your work, well, they darn well should be because it's amazing.
Oh, thank you. So I am on the main channel, youtube.com/Fightful. Every Thursday night, there is an Ring of Honor Impact Wrestling post show. We combine the two. Myself and my co-host Cresta Star, we cover Impact after the Ring of Honor crew does their show. So that's the main, and of course, all the Impact stuff is there as well. But the main channel that I work on and that I oversee is called Fightful Overbooked. If you go to youtube.com/Fightful Overbooked, you'll find content from myself, Jeremy Lambert, a plethora of other people. We do shows every single day. We drop content every day, sometimes twice, 3 times a day. Jeremy and I do a morning show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 Eastern called In the Weeds, where we kind of get into the weeds, as it would be, about different wrestling programming, numbers, stories, whatever it is, and we interview wrestlers. This past week, we had MLW stars throughout the entirety of the week. Court Bauer joined us, Del Miexo joined us, Alex Hammerstone, and Gene Snitsky joined us as well. That was a hell of a conversation. So I ask y'all to go check that out. And like I said, different people giving different opinions on wrestling every day on Fightful Overbooked.